Let us now discuss the dynamic characteristics of the diode. So for that, let me first draw a very simple circuit. We have a source, a voltage source, which is connected to the anode of the diode. The cathode of the diode is connected to the resistance R, and then the circuit is completed. So the arrow mark here indicates the diode anode to cathode current. We'll name it as IAK. The voltage across the diode is, this is anode and this is cathode, and therefore VAK, anode to cathode voltage across the diode, which is the switch. And for the source voltage, we will give a voltage which goes from high to low. So when the voltage is high, which is positive, V1 is a positive voltage above 0, then anode is more positive than the cathode. It is supposed to turn on. The other state is VR, minus voltage. So if that is the 0 level, the voltage minus VR is a negative voltage, which means that anode is more negative than the cathode, and therefore the diode is supposed to be off, or it has to go through the turn off. So this high to low transition leads to a turn off of the switch. Normally, when we talk of dynamic characteristics, we talk of the turn on and turn off. Generally, in the case of the diode, turn off is very fast, and it is generally not posing any serious problems in most circuits. So it is the turn off that is of some concern, because that is where usually problems and issues are faced, challenges are faced. So let us discuss the dynamic characteristics of the diode during turn off. With these parameters that we have named, we will use them. So let us see the time evolution. So let us draw the graph with respect to time, and the top graph is IAK, that is the diode current, IAK, anode to cathode, and the bottom one is the voltage across the diode, VAK. And let me divide the time into two segments. One is the on segment, this is on, and this period here is the transition time, where it is going from on to off. I have shown this pretty expanded in the time scale. It is zoomed so that we see clearly what is happening during the on to off transition. We'll call this as on to off time, and then followed by the off time. So this transition time is zoomed, and that is what we would like to see how the dynamics of the diode behave. So we will first draw the dynamic characteristic with a slightly idealized diode, so that we understand the turn off process, and then we will replace it with the practical diode's dynamic characteristic. It will be easier to understand then. So let us start with the condition that on state. So when the diode is on, whenever the anode voltage is higher than the cathode voltage, more positive than the cathode voltage. So let us apply V1 to the input source. When you apply V1, anode voltage is positive, more positive than the cathode. Diode is going to be forward biased, and it is going to be on. So during that time, a current IAK flows, and what is the current that is going to flow? It will be V1 divided by R. If we consider negligible voltage drop across VAK, or if you consider a voltage drop of 0.6, then it will be V1 minus 0.6 by R. So I will just indicate it here as a value which is the order of V1 by R, but I will indicate the voltage drop across the diode during that time here. there is a forward drop, there is a slight positive drop of around 0.6. We will call that one as VF. Not only 0.6, but there is also a slight drop added due to the dynamic resistance. So whatever value of current IAK is flowing, VF is actually the cut-in voltage of 0.6 volts plus IAK into RD, the dynamic resistance. That is VF. So generally it is negligible, but let us indicate it. Then the transition occurs. The input voltage source here, from the high state, it now transits to the low state to a value VR, minus VR. So during the transition, the moment it transits here, crosses 0 and goes to the negative, the anode voltage becomes negative. But during that time, the diode has still not become off. A practical diode will take some time to turn off. That is because there is stored charges within the diode PN junction, and those stored charges have to be removed. So that is why it will not immediately turn off. So let us see how that reflects into this graphs. So when the diode is on, immediately you will see minus VR applied across R, and therefore minus VR by R will be the current that flows. So this current here that flows will be minus VR by R. We will call it as IRR, the reverse recovery current, which is minus VR by R. So during this time when it is flowing, see from here, the current is going negative now, trying to remove the stored charges, and the voltage across R will be IRR into R, and that will be subtracting from the forward drop, because the diode is still conducting, and therefore this will be V forward minus IRR into RD. IRR is the current into RD will be the anode to cathode voltage. So then you will see that the current will start gradually going towards 0 once all the stored charges in the diode are removed. Then the diode will have its blocking capability restored, so it will get back its blocking capability, and the reverse off state resistance will become infinite, and the current IAK will go to 0. So that is when we say that it has now gone into the off state. So with respect to the voltage here, you will see that if this is minus VR should appear totally across the device, and you will see that gradually the voltage blocking capability is restored to full blocking capability here once all the charges have been recombined. So here the area under this current curve of the reverse current curve will be QRR, which is the charges that need to be recovered, reverse recovery charges, and this time which takes for the charges to recombine so that the diode reaches its reverse blocking voltage state is called TRR, or the reverse recovery time. So this is the dynamic characteristic of the diode. This is slightly idealized here. Now let us slightly redraw this to bring in a practical diode. This will not be a sharp instantaneous fall. There will be a di by dt slope here, and let us show that also. So this graph is duplicated, the axes are duplicated, And let me again draw the forward current when the voltage is V1, is V1 by R1, that remains the same. From here on, this is not going to be an instantaneous drop. There is going to be a di by dt when there is a change, a transition change in the voltage, input voltage from V1 to minus VR. So this is IRR, which is minus VR by RR, maximum point in the reverse current. The forward voltage drop is same as here VF, and once the voltage has reversed, the diode has still not stopped conducting, it is still conducting here. The charges are getting recombined. So during this time it is VF minus IRR into RD, that still continues. And then here the diode reaches the blocking state at this point when all the charges have recombined. So this is the reverse blocking state when it is fully in the off condition. So this area here is the reverse recovery charge QRR, and this time here is called TRR, reverse recovery time. In fact, in the data sheets you may need to look at this reverse recovery time, and it's an important parameter which actually gives the speed of the diode. So you have rectifier diodes which are slow and they have very large reverse recovery time, and you have the ultra fast and fast recovery diodes for switching applications where TRR is very low. So for switching applications, you should choose a diode which has TRR very small. So this set of graphs that we have written for IAK, that is the anode current, and the anode to cathode voltage, is for a practical diode, and it will appear like this for a practical diode. So this is the practical dynamic characteristic of a diode. This is very useful in trying to understand the switching behavior and also to evaluate, calculate the losses in the device during turn on and turn off. But remember that for the diode, turn on is very fast. It is a fraction of a time compared to this turn off time, and therefore normally, as that is not a serious problem, that is not so significant and to be considered. That is, we can consider that as almost close to instantaneous. But on to off, turn off time is a significant time, and that is a serious challenge in many circuits, and a proper choice of the diode has to be done for using in higher fast switched circuits.